I just wanted to talk about kind of being as part of a team that kind of helps musicians and being a queer person on that team. And it was really great to see the response from artists and seeing how much I could help them in terms of being their genuine selves. And so everyone that we work with on the label is, if they're not queer, they certainly stand for something that we really believe in. So they're either feminists or they're, really fighting for sustainability. So we feel like we have a real connection with every artist in terms of trying to uplift not just their music, but kind of the things that they stand for. And being soundboard for that has been a huge privilege. And I think my own, the things that I stand for, realizing that I want my music to stand for something, it's made me better at that job. But one thing I wanted to say was I'd never worked with a queer PR person before, and that until I worked with Claire. So I'd worked with Amplify before, and then Claire came on for our last campaign. And I just thought it was amazing that, like, the campaigns with Amplify have always been amazing. And I think the stars aligned this time in that it was really, really positive. I think we got our shit together. We were really happy with what we were doing, but we knew we were in really safe hands. And I think there was just a layer of uncertainty or kind of explanation completely taken out of it, knowing that I had someone who understood that I was queer, who wasn't going to try to push that into being a big story unless I wanted it to be in rich taste, That would have been fabulous. But I just think that completely unspoken understanding and then like that boundary setting and that respect for that side of myself really made the last campaign. I just think it made it 10-15% better, easier, more polished, more exciting.
Thanks.
And just noticing that difference of wow, that was so not stressful. I didn't feel like I had to be who's something that I need to tell you about our music. It's a little bit gay. That was just there on the paper, and I didn't feel like it was ever being taken advantage of as well. So I just kind of noticed from a team perspective, that's just so valuable. Knowing even if your music has nothing to do with queerness, you're just making some straight up folk music or whatever, and there's nothing queer about it. There was you kind of saw us for what we were, and that was great. And yeah, I kind of wanted to say it.
No, I know what you mean. As you feel like you're in safe hands then as well,
Yeah.
I mean, there's something as well about I've been doing on and off doing PR for 20 years, and there was a time when if you did work with a queer artist, it was kind of I sometimes we felt way back that you had to push that idea that this person's queer in people's faces for them to, for them to acknowledge it. But then nowadays, it's I work with two queer artists, with Mel Joanne in particular. Since I've learned that she's queer, it's definitely changed our relationship too. And as the publicist pitching to, I wouldn't say we leave the queerness out of it. It's so evident in the music and stuff that you could just let people make up their own minds without having to fly the flag or do that sort of thing. But we understand and listen to each other much better, I think, as openly queer people on the table. And then when we sit down to kind of have the discussion about targets and where we're going to target, that's always really enjoyable. Who are the right people to write about my artist, or to have who are safe bets, and it's great in music because the music in Ireland, we're very lucky in Ireland that we have such a a fruitful kind of media representation here. It gets smaller and smaller and smaller, but there's a lot of scope there. It's not just GCN anymore. Do you know what I mean? That that even RTE and different sort of media partners are really opening the doors for more LGBT people.